This is the MOJO, the Meaning of Life and Business podcast, where life and business intersect. Hosted by Jennifer Glass, CEO of Business Growth Strategies International and BGSI Coaching. We are dedicated to your success. Hello and welcome to another episode of MOJO, the Meaning of Life and Business. This week marks 23 years since the September 11th attacks. There's been so much that has happened over 23 years. For many, it's an entire lifetime. Literally, they weren't even born yet on September 11th, my own children included. Many of those children, though, that were born after 9/11 from those who lost their lives in the attack will never know the parent that they lost. They'll never know the sibling that they lost. They'll never know the other loved ones that they may have lost. One of the things that happens, though, over time is that you hear the saying, time heals all wounds. The truth is, for some people, September 11th is just another day. September 11th is a day this year that the MTV Video Music Awards are happening. In other places, there's many other programs and get-togethers and parties that are going on September 11th. And then there's those, especially in the greater New York area, that may have been impacted by the September 11th attacks. For those that are actual survivors, myself included, it is a day of reflection. It is a day of paying honor to those that have served, to those that we lost, and to those that we continue to lose. We lost almost 3,000 lives that day alone in the attacks on the World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. We know how important it is when we say never forget. But the question I have for you is, have we forgotten? I'm not saying that the world has to shut down because September 11th is here. If we look at December 7th, and for those of you that are wondering what December 7th has anything to do with anything, it is the day of Pearl Harbor, the day the Japanese invaded and attacked Pearl Harbor. We don't shut the world down on December 7th. We are many years past that point. We're coming up on a quarter century in just 2 short years, a quarter century since the attacks on September 11th. One of the things, and I've been saying this for the last 23 years now, is that I am looking for that guardian angel who got me out of Manhattan on 9/11. If you want to know more, I shared the whole story last year on my history with 9/11. And I would encourage you, go back to September 11th, 2023, that episode when the episode dropped. It shares all of that information, all of that idea behind looking for my guardian angel. But my question to you is, and again, because this show is called MOJO, the Meaning of Life and Business, what exactly is the meaning of life if we forget about those that we've lost, if we forget about those that we say that we are going to continue to honor, and then we forget about those people? For a lot of people, like I said, they still hold 9/11 as a day of tribute, as a day of giving back, as a day of doing. It is not just enough to say, we will not forget. We must act and stand with those that we lost and those that we continue to unfortunately lose because of 9/11 related illnesses. All of those firefighters, police officers, emergency medical technicians, and everyone else that ran to the towers, those that we lost going to the Pentagon to deal with the fires, but more importantly, at the Twin Towers, where we've known so many more people have lost their lives because of illnesses directly related to September 11th exposure. There's so much that we need to be paying attention to and saying thank you and really mean we will never forget. What is it that you are going to be doing? And how are you going to be sharing all of what you do this September 11th? On that note, this has been another episode of MOJO, the meaning of life and business. And until next time, here's to your success. This has been another episode of MOJO, the meaning of life and business podcast. If you like what you heard, please consider leaving us a review, liking us, or reaching out to us. You can contact us at bgsicoaching.com and let us know what you think. Thanks so much again for listening.